Hey fellow wood dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we're discussing a powerhouse for the Commando, the Elder's Mark. The very unique weapon, incredibly powerful already on the live game version, but especially I would like to focus how powerful it will be from September, from the next patch, when it's greatly buffed with the changes to weapons and achieves additional synergy with the Bulletstorm. So we'll jump into those topics, but first, if you are new in to Fallout, maybe you do not know how to get Elder's Mark. So for you, if you need your Elder's Mark, you will need to do event called Beast of Burden that's happening in here on the map. It's a public event, it's on full rotation, so you just need to keep a lookout on the Sacramental Glade or look under your word activity, and if a Beast of Burden event appears here, do it. There is a chance it will drop Elder's Mark. The chance is not huge, but if you do like 5, 6 of those events, you should have one Elder's Mark to drop. If not, the Elder's Mark itself is tradable, as long as you don't legendary craft it. Like, it is legendary craftable, therefore this one cannot be traded anymore as I change effects on it. But if you do have original Elder's Mark without changing anything on it, it's tradable. As you can see, this one has original set of legendary effects, which is already very good. It drops with Furious, weapon speed and reload speed, which is already very good. I added Prime Receiver to this one, but you are allowed to change those mods. You're just not allowed to change legendary mods if you want to trade the weapon. You may notice it has a special effect. So yes, it is a Tommy gun, but it's not the same as regular Tommy gun. It's more powerful as it's cursed. 15% damage increase to its base damage and 20% attack speed again to the base attack speed, making it greatly more powerful than regular Tommy gun. Therefore, you do want Elder's Mark, not a regular Tommy gun. It does come with a drawback of lower durability, but it's not really something that you will notice much. Durability is still good, and if you want to add Gunsmith, durability will be great. The best legendary effects, to get it out of the way if you want to know, those are the best legendary effects, in my opinion, overall, if you want to make it all-rounder weapon to use for every situation, every scenario, one weapon to rule everything. So those are the effects: quad, weapon speed, less AP cost, and conductors that replenish your action points when you do criticals, which is quite important if you want to save on coffee and so on. The AP cost is not bad. Fully modified AP cost is 9, which is absolutely acceptable. If we go and take a look quickly on possible modifications for this gun, if you want it to be absolute boss killer and you don't mind coffee, of course running pinpointers on it would be a superior choice over conductors. The mods. So Prime Receiver from the next patch is different than now. Prime Receiver is reducing fire rate but increasing range and keeps giving the superior damage. So if you compare to other options, Prime Receiver is still the best. Worth mentioning here, Scorch receivers change and now are worth consideration. They keep damage to Scorch, they do not reduce base damage like in the past, and they reduce AP cost compared with Prime. So that's a good option if you don't mind dropping damage a little bit, if you don't really need it to be absolutely highest DPS weapon. It will still perform great just because of pure power of this gun. But Prime, mainly because of range, I would go with Prime. The range is a big factor from the next patch, heavily affecting your gameplay, much more than now on the live game version. Unless you are watching this video in September, so you already know, range is incredibly important and Prime Receiver helps. 183 is really good as for overall Commando weapon. This is great. With Prime Receiver, this is great. There are weapons with way greater ranges, like 300, 400, but those are usually snipers, single shots, not as much DPS as this one offers. About the barrel, just go with short, there's not much difference to increase hip fire. The stock, recoil compensating stock, is the best. Other options, doesn't change much. This one is just the best. The large drum achieves 250 capacity combined with quad, 100 ammo capacity if you choose to run Furious. You could consider medium quick eject drum. Losing 50 ammo capacity, you will get higher reload speed and you will not have those penalties. But overall, because of Bulletstorm synergy, I would recommend pushing ammo capacity as much as it is possible. Glow sights from September are reducing AP cost and not the reflex sight. Why is that? I never heard an explanation to it, but that's how it is. Planned from September. Maybe it will still change. If not, glow sight it is for this gun. Suppressor if you want to utilize stealth. Provide sneak attack bonus. If you just want higher range, no muzzle is the best. 220. If you never use stealth, don't bother with suppressor. Just go with no muzzle option. You will get greater range. Loud weapon, but greater range. Still retain crazy high DPS. The best for Commando overall. If not counting, of course, the plasma flamers that are very short range. This one is good at higher ranges. The build I'm currently running, this is not super important. That's my test build. I'm testing stuff for the next patch, so that's what I'm running. But it does contain the new Bulletstorm effect, increasing our damage. It does contain onslaught effect cards, which are not as necessary as we are not running Furious, but they are here. I could swap some for even more limb damage or even more sneak. So there is a lot of options that you can do. It is not a final build. That is what I'm currently testing. I will be releasing all final builds when patch drops. I'll be testing and uploading as many as I can. I'm still currently ghoul on public test server, but it doesn't matter too much as I'm only using one ghoul specific card, and there is equivalent for humans, just a little bit weaker. Now, how does it perform? If you want to see the Guardian performance, I already did that. That was in my stealth video. I did compare live game version and September patch, so public test server on the Guardian with stealth approach. So you can see Elder's Mark performance on the Guardian in there. But how it performs overall in the world. On bosses, it's absolute killer. Keep in mind, super mutants from September patch will be tougher than they are currently. But nevertheless, look at this performance. If I choose to use VATS or not to use VATS, it will perform great. I'm currently running with 9 stacks of Bulletstorm. It will be oscillating between 10 and 20. That's not enough ammo capacity to stay for extended periods of times at max stacks. But look at the power. That's what I want you to see. That's the power. Not much aiming required. If I will not be even sneaking, going for a torso shots, not even aiming for the head. If I choose for VATS and going for the head, absolute brilliant. The VATS accuracy is definitely lower than what I'm used to on the live game version, but that's with the changes and overall overhaul of VATS and manual aiming. Like manual aiming is receiving a buff and VATS is receiving a nerf to balance out gameplays. We like it or not, that's what's happening. VATS is still very usable, as you can see in here. If you spec properly for your VATS, you will need to spec a little bit more towards it from the next patch, but if you do that, as you may tell, I have no problem. You may notice that criticals are every third shot. Yeah, that's how it is on the September patch. Every third shot criticals. There's supposed to be a way to get it every second shot with limit breaking, but limit breaking in the moment of this recording is bugged, so that's not an option. I cannot achieve every second shot. But look at the power. That's not even sneaking. Not even sneaking. Sneaking gives me more power. They basically die from several bullets. 3 to 4, and they're super powerful. How it performs versus Scorch Beast and enemies that are further away. Let's find some. So here we do have a Scorch Beast around the fissure side. We'll be fighting at much higher range. So you'll notice a damage drop off way more. This damage drop off when you are shooting far outside of weapon range is like 90%. So where is this Scorch Beast? So look, when I shoot her from so far, my damage is really low. But because this is such a powerhouse, this Scorch Beast still feels it. Like she feels it. And if I go for criticals, that's absolute distraction. It's like evaporated the Scourge Beast, and they are again tougher than on life. All the mini bosses like Scourge Beast, Behemoth, Sentry Bots, they will be tougher. They will be real mini bosses. I evaporated the Scourge Beast, no problem. The Elder's Mark, absolute powerhouse. Benefit from effects of Bulletstorm, currently at 117% bonus damage with Elder's Mark. That is something. This hits hard. You can see what kinds of effects are visible in here. And yes, the weapon is absolute beast. The quad version especially, absolute beast with 250 ammo capacity. Almost enough to fully benefit from Bulletstorm. Something above 300 gives you the maximum effect of Bulletstorm. So we are close. We are close. Good enough to justify using Bulletstorm with this weapon. Super powerful. Will that be more powerful than Gauss minigun, the most powerful for the heavy gunner class from the next patch? That question to be answered. I do plan to do a comparison when the patch will be finalized and we'll get the final version. It will go live. I will do comparison. I do have planned that, as well as Enclave Plasma, to see how that can perform in automatic variant when ranges are similar. In this range category around 200. Who will be the winner? Do you think Elder's Mark will be absolutely number one or Gauss minigun? This I don't know yet. They're so close now. They both hit so hard. Hard to tell without doing side-by-side comparison enemy after enemy. But that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.